reviewing and installing some of the absolute worst Jeep Wrangler accessories I could find on Amazon and eBay. Now for the first accessory we're going to be installing, it's going to be these awful hinge covers. Now I've seen these on so many different Jeeps and you can get them in a bunch of different colors, but the closest color I could find that's going to match with the Rubicon 392 is going to be this awful yellow. So we're going to go ahead and install these right now and see how they look. So for these, they all come individually packaged, and the way that they're set up, I guess they'll snap on, but they've got 3M on the back, so maybe you just have to 3M tape them to it, just like that. And just like that, for a small price of about $25, depending on what color you get, you can transform your Jeep from a good-looking, respectable Wrangler to a joke. This is actually pretty bad. Now for the next accessory, I wanted to get something that's almost Rubicon 392 specific. As many of you know, this Jeep has the 6.4 liter Hemi and it makes over 500 horsepower already. So I wanted to get an accessory that'll not only complement the aesthetic of the 392, but maybe make us a little bit faster. I ended up getting the $129 rear spoiler for the Rubicon 392. Now this actually had a surprising finish. Obviously it's not great, but it's not that bad. You could paint it right now and it would probably turn out pretty good. It's got a third brake light down here and you shouldn't have to drill any holes into your actual hardtop to mount it. Hopefully we'll be able to mount it with the rear brackets that are already there. But let's go ahead and line it up and see. I'm actually kind of excited to see what this spoiler is going to look like. I've never seen a spoiler on a Jeep Wrangler. Now for $120, you can't expect to get directions. We got the spoiler and we got the hardware. Now this does have the third brake light like I mentioned, but I'm not even going to worry about wiring this in, so I'll probably cut this off before we actually install it. But first I want to see how these brackets are actually going to mount up. And just like that, we've got the rear spoiler all mounted up. And I don't think I like it, but it's still kind of cool. So we'll have to look at it whenever we get it all pulled out and see how this actually looks. But it's kind of funny just to see a spoiler on a Jeep Wrangler. Now the next accessory is one that every Jeep owner knows of, but I don't know a single Jeep owner that's ever bought it. This is basically a jammock. I've always thought that that may not be enough space to actually lay back and relax, but I guess today we're gonna find out. Definitely can't drive with it, that's for sure. But let's see if it'll at least hold me. I really hope this holds. Seems like it's gonna hold. Now it's not very comfortable since I have my grab handles on here, but if you didn't have those, it'd probably, well, it's actually not that bad. I don't know why you'd want to sit up here instead of just sitting on your top or sitting in your seat. But I guess if you had a good view somewhere and you needed to, then this would be a good option. See if you fit up here. Now we'll really be able to test the weight limit. Do you fit?
Yeah, pillow right here, and it's perfect.
Now for the next accessory that I got, I actually ordered a set of quick clamps. Essentially what these allow you to do is mount pretty much anything anywhere. And if you all have had a Jeep long enough, I'm sure you've seen plenty of Jeeps with crazy things mounted just about everywhere. I'm gonna go ahead and test out these quick clamps and see if they'll actually work. Now, to follow up with our new yellow theme, I just wanted to showcase that some products are really good products and they have a lot of good uses, but it all depends on what you use them for. If you use one of these quick clamps to mount anything and you end up just mounting your poop scoop and shovel to the back of your Jeep, it's not cool and it's not really going to serve you any purpose. But there are a lot of accessories out there on the market just like this that you could have a lot of good uses for, but a lot of times customers will buy it and they just use it for something crazy that really serves no purpose at all. Now, the next product that I came across in my search for the absolute worst products and accessories I could find for the Jeep Wrangler, I found an accessory called duct tape. Now, to be 100% honest, I looked at it and I could tell that it was definitely just 3M that they were selling as legit duct tape. And I have seen a lot of Jeep Wranglers driving by with an entire dash full of ducts. And something that I always think of whenever they drive by, especially with their top off, is how are they getting those ducts to stay in place? I guess the only answer for that is going to be the duct tape. And now that I've got them mounted up, you can tell I'll definitely blend in with the rest of the Jeep crowd. As you can see right here, it takes up half of your view. I mean, it's not much higher than the actual programmer, but I've only got it in one section. Imagine having ducts all the way across like people usually do. Now for the next product, this is actually straight from Mopar. As many of you guys have seen and you already know, the Jeep Wranglers have a strange design up here on the hood. And it's actually so the windshield can be mounted down. You can fold it all the way down, and then you can actually securely mount it with these. But to be honest, nobody folds down the front windshield anymore. It's really a thing of the past. I haven't seen anybody out on the trail with it, and that's really the time it would be the most beneficial. If you're out on the road and you're driving down at 55, 60, 70 miles an hour, then you're definitely gonna get a lot of bugs and debris in your mouth, just like your grill gets. Now, the first thing I need to do to lay these down is take off the cow-mounted light pods, and then we'll take those off, take off the windshield wipers, and fold it down. It would be super interesting to see if the adaptive cruise control would still work. You can see the camera is right there, open, front and center. That's kind of sketchy to see that. And then nothing is attached to the windshield there. So that is kind of strange. But now that we've got this down, let's go ahead and anchor it down. And hopefully it'll quit raining so we can take it down the road. Now I'm going to cover this up simply because I think it'd be a better idea if we did. Now, after all that, we can finally figure out how to use the Mopar factory accessories that hold the windshield down. So they've got these holes, and we will essentially put our hooks in right there. And then apparently that is secured. It doesn't feel very secure, but apparently that's how you hold it down. I don't think these work. I mean, it feels secure and all, but obviously it looks like it can move. Whatever, I guess we'll find out. Now, we're good to go test everything out. You had your finger in front of it.
Yeah, you did. I could see
It has three cameras. It'll read around with one, but it won't be as clear of a photo.
How would I know?
That's why I was telling you. You don't need to go to anything. Now's a good chance to see if the ducks are gonna fall off. Well, now that we've had a fair chance to test everything out, I can definitely say I've been impressed by a few products. If you guys have any more ideas for videos like this, drop it down in the comments below. But if you haven't already, please like, comment, subscribe. Let me know what you think. Let me know what you want to see next. But until then, Godspeed.